They're the so-called pranksters, creating havoc with their dangerous and expensive phony 911 calls. And a new technology is making it easier for them to get away with it. From using untraceable internet numbers to hacking an Xbox to send a SWAT team to an innocent victim's front lawn. Just yesterday, one such fake cry for help sent the Coast Guard scrambling for hours. Here's ABC's Lindsay Davis.
For nearly 6 chaotic hours yesterday afternoon, these helicopters swirled above the Atlantic as part of a massive search and rescue operation. The U.S. Coast Guard looking for survivors of a yacht named Blind Date, carrying 21 people. It was allegedly sinking after an explosion off the coast of Sandy Hook, about 17 miles off the coast of central New Jersey. This distress call to the Coast Guard was utterly convincing.
We have 3 deceased, 9 injured. We've had an explosion on board. That's why we're taking on water.
The search went on for hours, but oddly without any signs of an explosion. No debris, no survivors, no witnesses.
By about 6:30, we started looking at the possibility of a hoax call.
Around 7 p.m., the owner of the Blind Date confirmed his boat was not in New Jersey and had not exploded. Authorities eventually conceded this was the biggest hoax the unit had seen in years.
If you have a report like that and you believe it's credible, because you're talking about human life, the Coast Guard in particular will scramble to go look for people in distress.
These prank criminal calls are now so common there's a term for them, swatting. The idea is that pranksters get SWAT teams sent to your door. The latest estimates for this yacht hoax so far, more than $300,000. The FBI says each swatting incident costs an average of $10,000 in public resources. But beyond the money is the paralyzing fear the victims of the calls experience, and in some cases, the danger they're put in.
I've got 2 people here held hostage, all right?
Okay.
Now, you know what happens to people that are held hostage.
Assault rifles drawn, a SWAT team swarmed down on this Colorado Springs house in one swatting incident, where inside a teenage girl and her father were bound and being held hostage by a man threatening to kill them, or so they thought.
I am armed, I do have a pistol, and I swear to God, I will kill these people.
But it turns out no such hostage situation existed. It was a regular night at home for 15-year-old Hunter Galinas and his family. Galinas told CNN the SWAT team broke through the front door, guns blazing.
I come out of my room, they got guns pointing at me. I'm like, oh my God, I'm gonna die.
Galinas had been the victim of a swatting prank. Swatting has become so prevalent because the internet makes it a lot easier to make these calls without leaving a trace. Some swatters use a service intended for the hearing impaired or disabled to contact emergency services. Others use a spoof card, which can alter your voice or display fake numbers.
We were eating dinner and the police showed up with a gun pointed right in my face and my mom's face.
For Lisa Jagerhofer, the swatters who targeted her 17-year-old son Tyler this past April got their private information right from an Xbox in their Allentown, Pennsylvania home.
Everybody surrounded our house, and I had no clue what was going on. It was terrible.
The police had received these terrifying instant messages saying, quote, "Please help. My dad just killed my 4-year-old sister. He slit her throat. She's bleeding to death. Please help." And 15 minutes later, he killed my mom with an AK-47. He's running around the house with a knife.
It just makes me now very upset and very mad with the person that did this to us.
When local authorities failed to find the perpetrator, Lisa did her own sleuthing and believes she figured out who hacked her son's Xbox profile and sent the original 911 prank message to police. Tyler says he beat the alleged hacker playing an online game, which may have been the reason they were targeted. Now the FBI is investigating, though no one has been arrested.
I'm gonna get my son.
Swatting may be new, but hoaxes are not. One of the most elaborate hoaxes of all time, the now infamous Balloon Boy, which cost the local Colorado town almost $50,000. The world watched and waited as a little boy was floating away in this homemade balloon. But it turned out his parents did it all as a publicity stunt for a reality TV show.
They put on a very good show for us, and we bought it.
They ended up serving jail time and paying close to $40,000 in restitution. So why do people pull these sometimes extremely dangerous pranks?
Some of the motivation for swatting has been revenge to their victims, or it's been ego or bragging rights.
Tonight, law enforcement is still searching for this latest prankster in the Phantom yacht explosion. If caught, the person responsible will be in a boatload of trouble. They'll have to pay back the Coast Guard for their search, not to mention as much as $250,000 in fines and potentially spend up to 10 years in prison. Proving committing a federal crime like this one is no joke. For Nightline, I'm Lindsay Davis in New Jersey.